That's none of your business.
Come on, just she's so pretty. I just,
She's a
seal the
sweetheart.
deal.
For almost 20 years, Jason Statham has kept one important truth away from the spotlight, hidden behind all the explosions, high-speed chases, and his unbreakable tough guy image in Hollywood. Most fans thought they knew the man who never backs down from any fight. But the greatest battle of his life had nothing to do with action movies. It was all about one woman. Their relationship was surrounded by constant breakup rumors, endless public speculation, and questions that refused to fade away. Yet somehow it survived when almost nobody expected it to. Now, at 58 years old, the real story behind the woman Jason Statham has quietly loved for decades is finally impossible to ignore. What has come out about his personal life is changing how many fans see him forever. Jason Statham was born on 26th of July 1967 in Shirebrook, Derbyshire, to a mother who worked as a dancer and a father who was a street market trader and lounge singer. Growing up around colorful and sometimes rough characters shaped his early worldview long before fame ever arrived. Even before Hollywood, competitive diving became his biggest obsession. It started when he watched a stranger perform a high dive during a family holiday in Miami, Florida. He joined a local swimming club in Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, which eventually led him to the British National Diving School in 1985. He trained hard for 12 years, reaching Olympic trials for both 1988 and 1992, finishing 12th at the 1992 World Championships, and representing England at the 1990 Commonwealth Games in Auckland. In a 2008 BBC interview, Statham explained that falling short of the Olympics actually sharpened his focus and discipline instead of discouraging him, and he later carried that same mindset into his acting career. When his diving dreams did not reach the Olympics, modeling contracts with brands like French Connection, Tommy Hilfiger, and Levi's helped fill the gap. Work for French Connection eventually brought him face-to-face with emerging filmmaker Guy Ritchie, who needed someone who genuinely understood the world of market stall trading for an upcoming crime film. Ritchie tested the unknown model by challenging him to sell fake jewelry on the spot to a skeptical crowd. Statham's performance was convincing enough to win the role outright. Locke, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Arrived in theaters in 1998, he earned a modest £5,000 for the leading role, but it launched his entire acting career almost overnight. Snatch followed in 2000, paying him £15,000 while pulling in more than $80 million worldwide. This success created a strong and lasting partnership with Guy Ritchie that continued for decades. Hollywood came calling quickly with films like Ghosts of Mars and The One in 2001. The Transporter in 2002 became a defining role that ran for 3 films and established his signature style of precision, driving and intense hand-to-hand combat. Later hits included The Italian Job in 2003, the cult classic Crank in 2006, War in 2007, The Bank Job, Santos Spotted Ford Foris, and Death Race in 2008. He joined the Expendables franchise in 2010 and entered the Fast and Furious series as Deckard Shaw in 2013, becoming a major part of the franchise for the next decade. Statham is well known for performing his own dangerous stunts, which once left him trapped underwater during filming. His diving background reportedly helped him stay calm and escape safely. Recent years brought more success with The Meg in 2018, Wrath of Man in 2021, Operation Fortune in 2023, and The Beekeeper in 2024. His total box office earnings now stretch well past $2 billion worldwide. Long before fame, an 18-year-old model named Kelly Brook crossed paths with 30-year-old Statham during a photo shoot in the late 1990s. Their connection turned serious fast, leading to nearly 7 years together, an engagement, and a shared home in the English countryside. When his early film roles started arriving, Brooke made a big personal sacrifice by pausing her successful MTV hosting career to move to America and support him. Years later, she openly reflected on the codependency in their relationship and how she had put her own ambitions on hold while his career took off. The relationship ended in the summer of 2004. Brooke later said she began feeling neglected and eventually fell out of love. A brief connection with Australian singer Sophie Monk followed in 2005, lasting only a few months. In September 2006, he started a nearly 4-year relationship with Israeli actress Alex Zosman. They met at an industry event in Los Angeles and shared red carpet appearances and holidays together. That relationship ended quietly in early 2010. A party in London in 2009 brought Statham together with young Victoria's Secret model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. Born in Plymouth, Devon, and raised on a family farm, Rosie had already built a strong modeling career with brands like Burberry and Victoria's Secret. The connection between them was immediate, though they did not rush to make it public. Rosie later described instant chemistry and how surprised she was by his grounded and humble nature compared to his tough on-screen image. Their bond grew stronger while she filmed Transformers: Dark of the Moon in 2010. Their first red carpet appearance came at the Vanity Fair Oscar party in February 2011. After 5 years together, Statham proposed in January 2016. The stunning rose gold engagement ring, designed by Neil Lane, was reportedly valued at around $350,000. Rosie announced her pregnancy in early 2017, and their son, Jack Oscar Statham, was born on 24 June 2017. Their daughter, Isabella James. Statham arrived on 2 February 2022. The family moved back to London shortly before their daughter's birth so the children could have a proper British education and stay close to extended family. Rosie has described Statham as a very hands-on father who happily wakes up early for the kids despite his busy filming schedule. Family trips to Devon and simple countryside time have become important traditions for them. Persistent rumors have followed their relationship for years, including claims of a secret wedding on New Year's Eve in 2018. However, they continue to be described as engaged with no official marriage announcement. Rosie has explained that work commitments and raising children pushed wedding plans down the priority list. She added that a ceremony would happen when their son is old enough to take part meaningfully. She has also pushed back against outside pressure, saying genuine happiness matters more than any wedding date. Another common rumor about their 20-year age difference causing problems has also been dismissed by Rosie, who praises the real-world experience and grounded quality Statham brings from his earlier life, working on market stalls and doing manual jobs. More than 15 years have now passed since they first met, longer than any of his previous relationships. Statham rarely discusses his personal life publicly, but Rosie has openly called him the love of her life in a heartfelt birthday tribute. They have 2 children, a shared home in London, and a strong partnership built away from constant headlines. For a performer known for chaos, danger, and physical intensity on screen, the quietest and most guarded relationship of his life has turned out to be the one that lasted the longest. Sometimes the toughest man in the room fights hardest for the family that nobody else gets to see up close. From a diving board in Norfolk to some of the biggest action franchises in movie history, Jason Statham's journey has always been driven by more determination than most people realize. Behind the stunts and tough reputation sits a carefully built private family life.